Hey, folks, this is Paul Skinner for my 13th episode. I'm going to try to get through a lot of material as usual. I got about 8 bits to do today. I'll first start off with the jobs I've had in the past. Like I say, I did get a psychology degree. It's been a while back. So I thought that I was hired at McDonald's, in high school. To work my first part-time job, along with Bell and Hay. I'm from a farming community, and so I thought I'd play pop psychologist too, because I went through some pretty heinous spells of depression and anxiety that, I've dealt with. So I said, hey, I'm going to try to help out some other people. So anyway, I went by the alias of Herb McGrady, and I get on the how they have the mics on the drive up. So this customer was Phil Sims, so I'm like, on here. Good afternoon. This is Herb McGrady. Can I take your order? And Phil's like, yes, I would like a quarter pounder of cheese and a loaf of fries and cherry Coke. Phil, you look a little depressed today. Phil, is everything okay? I'll just leave these in. That's none of your damn business, Herb. Why you, Phil, it seems like you have anger issues too, and do you really want to eat this stuff? It should be called McDeath, for Christ's sakes. I want to speak to your manager, Herb. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, sir. He just keeled over from a cholesterol overdose. I don't want that to happen to you, because not only you'll have physical problems, you have mental problems, obviously, Phil. Fuck you. Well, you do, and you also have physical problems. You'll have physical problems. The hell with you. I'm leaving, Herb. Okay. Have a good day. So that's one of the jobs I've had. It's like twofold. Another job I worked at was Victoria's Secret as a stalker. Not as a stalker, S-T-A-L-K-E-R, like a stalker. I stalked like the panties and stuff. I really got into the job. We had like a happy hour there at the store. I was running around with panties on my head and stuff, and the girls just kind of stared at me and go, queer, or something like that. And but they fired me. They said, the owner or the manager's like, you're really enthusiastic, Paul, and we love the pep and the spirit. But the thing of it is, I found out what the secret was after a year, and I wasn't supposed to find out what that secret was. So they got rid of me there. So that's the second job that I got. They got rid of me for. Well, I stayed at McDonald's for 2 years, so that's kudos to me. But another job I had when I was like 21 and 22, I had a job at. Let me think. I was a house painter for about 5 years. UPD TV, I didn't think I'd ever get that fucking house painted. I tell you, it was 5 years on that. So I say, this is just, okay, job number 3. Let's see. Oh, I know it. Okay. I worked as a prison bitch at the correctional facility for women in Decatur. The atmosphere and stuff was really harsh, but the French benefits was great, and I stayed on there about 10 years. I enjoyed it so much. I went by alias of Herb. I had my own cell block H. Okay, enough about that. But anyway, to go to bit number 2, when in high school, I was going out with this. I lived in California. I hitchhiked out there and ended up in high school out there. Well, there was this valley girl. Like I was on the wrong side of the track, she was on the wrong side of the valley. Her name was Charming Bells. And typical conversation was oh, Herb, you're like so esteemed. You know, you gag me with the elusive spoon, tricks to the side. And I'm like, I am so into you too, Mrs. Bells. Tricks to the side back at you. But the 80s, the 80s brings back good memories, but alas. But this is, see here, bit number 3. Lately, my self confidence and self-esteem kind of goes, with my mood lately and anxiety that I have off and on. And sometimes UPTV, I think I just hey, how's it going? I think I just lack, the self-esteem. I'll just give you an example. I was walking down Green Street, and I passed myself, and I didn't say hi. I just kind of rather looked the other way. And so that was one sign that I'm kind of down on myself. Then a gorgeous girl looked at me and smiled and waved, and I got out of the way. I thought she was looking at a guy behind me. So that was another sign. Let's see here. When I wake up from a nap nowadays, I find out who I am, and I look in the mirror. I said, oh, shit, it's you again. And then I usually try to go back to sleep. So sometimes I speed just so the cop will stop and I'll have someone to talk to. That is just classically sad. I end up having to pay a speeding ticket, but the conversation is somewhat okay. But in college, I wrote my thesis on the winter of my despondency. Just very, very dark and depressive, and I think that's that's kind of where I'm at now, going through the spells of low self-esteem. But I think there's one more. And in high school, it wasn't that I wasn't invited to the prom. It just no one told me where it was. So I just didn't know. I said, we're welcome for you to come. You wear pants, whatever, Paul, but, we're not going to tell you where it's at. So, there's hell with you. So. And also, I spoke about a very, I didn't use this as a pickup line and stuff, but, that I felt like a woman trapped in a man's body. And sometimes I feel like I'm turning into a woman. Because when I'm attracted to a woman, I'll pout my lips, and, and turn away, and, play with my hair, and stuff, and go, yeah, whatever, I'm playing hard to get. I read Women's Housekeeping and Cosmopolitan, and I hate when I have bad hair days. I do have bad hair days once in a while, but I try to. I will probably maybe use hairspray a little bit from my gal pals, but also the last thing that makes me feel like I'm turning into a woman, it's like they're my best friend. We'll be sitting in a table and I'll say something like, as good as just us gals are getting together, you know, talking about our beauty secrets and stuff. So it's, I don't know. I don't, if you want to call it multiple personality or whatever, I just think that I'm going through, maybe midlife crisis, I don't know. Who knows? But this is, but anyway, there's one July afternoon, I was walking, wherever I walked in Champaign-Urbana, people would go, hey, Paul, how's it going? Hey, how's it going, Paul? How you doing? I was like, God, word gets around, you know. I did that music video at that low-key arena. People, I guess, know who I am. But anyway, I went back to the house full of confidence. You know, people seemed to really know, you know, who Paul Skinner was, and I was delighted at that. But I took my shirt off, and on the back of it says, "Hi, my name is Paul Skinner. Pleased to meet you," or something to that effect or another. So anyway, that's I don't bet for or something. Oh, and also I'm writing a book about me growing up in a small town, you know, people knowing who you are and this and that. It's called How to Think Distorted Thoughts, and I'm turning into an e-book. Every letter is going to be turned into an ant and march down on a different part of the screen and set itself down. And my friend was like, that should really freak out the non-distorted thinker. And my publisher slash lawyer, Peter Shyster, he thinks it's going to be a big hit, he thinks. So... Oh, okay. Now this is a little bit lewd behavior, but I don't care what you think. You know, I just to the point. But one of my fantasies now, I told you how I like the gals in the leather boots and stuff. I just walk around, you know, really rock hard. I'm not talking about my pecs or abs either, if you know what I'm saying. But it's my fantasy is to eat them, then fuck them, and then to come all over their boots with my man cream, you know. Well, it used to be up like this. Now as I get older, it goes down more. But anyway, and spew my man cream all over and rub it into the texture of the boots. I'd be like a shoe-shined boy of a different color. And my friend was like, sounds like a bestseller to me, Paul, 100% spit and polish. So... I think I got one more. Khalib's going to let me do one more thing today. Oh, he's a good guy. He'll let me do whatever. But yeah, I think I got one more thing to do, and then I'll be finished. Okay. And also, me and a friend was talking about, I talked to my friend, and I think, do you know, UPD, how to make a woman scream during sex? And I got an inkling on how to do this. You dump your load all over curtains. I think that would really trip her trigger. You'll be like... on the phone with your other girlfriend, you know, saying, "Oh, hi, Jennifer. How's it going? This is Paul. Yeah, I'm taking care of my girlfriend right now. Just be, we've been going at it for about 2 minutes. I'll be like a minute more, and then we'll be done." So I think that would get to her. I'd be on the phone like with your director at your porno studio and go like, "Chip, yeah, you know, if the only way, a little to the left, hon. Yeah, that's good. But it's the only way for me to break into gay film, break into porno films, is to do a gay film. I'm on the phone with my director. Just hold out. Is to do a gay film. I guess I just tell me when to get to the set and suck that dick. Okay, I think that would get to her too. And I'm trying to think of the other ones. Let's see. And after you're done, you know, after you're done, with me, it's about 4 to 5 minutes. I might finish up when I'm in a hurry or what. You tell her that you were really good for a first timer, and say, I'm now off the phone with my people, but you tell her, you know, hon, that should do you for a few days, and then fall asleep. I think that would really get her too. So anyway, that's the end of my show. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'd like to thank, of course, Galib and Jason for the opportunity. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope I can continue to reinvent new and better material. But so anyway, as always, I thank you, and I bid you adieu.